Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in a prior video, we took a look at this beautiful chef knife from the company Shan Zu. Now this is in their Gyo series, just phenomenal. The Damascus pattern, beautiful. I've used this at this point at length. This is one of my nicest kitchen knives. Now, I'm not going to say most expensive because it's certainly not, but it is one of the nicest for a few reasons. The just general elegance and beauty, the balance in the hand, the refined and ridiculously sharp cutting edge, and overall just the beautiful Damascus pattern. I literally love this knife. It is phenomenal and I can highly recommend it. But today we're going to look at another Shan Zu kitchen knife, this here in the Pro series. Now I have not yet opened this up. We're going to take a look at this together, and I think you're going to find that although some similar qualities, there are some vast differences from the Gyo line. And depending on what you're looking for, what your taste, what your flavor, what your style, and what your overall design aesthetic might be, there is an option from Shan Zu for you. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Shan Zu who did provide this for review. And so as we get into this Shan Zu Pro Series knife, again, as we go back to the Gyo, real quick, just beautiful. But you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5 inches on that cutting edge. Just this beautiful 67 layer Damascus. Gorgeous. That really cool Hamon line. Beautiful sculpted handle in G10. Mosaic pin. Nicely done. Polished off with the pommel end here. Having that real nice chrome look. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And that's what we're going to see here now. As we get into the Pro series, it's going to be similar yet different. The design aesthetic is going to be different. And as you look at it coming out of the package here, just beautifully done. They do a nice job with the packaging. Pretty straightforward, yet at the same time, very clean. I like the box. I like the look. And I like the style. Obviously, the Oriental look and feel, very nice. And as we open this, nice little magnetic closure here. The presentation right away is very nicely done. Taking a look here, you can see extraordinary beauty and ultra premium performance you can trust. Now, I can tell you at this point, after having used the Gyo knife for as long as I have, it's got to be coming up on a year at this point. It has performed extremely well. Just very nice in the kitchen. Now, as we take a look, just some of the information that comes with it, you can see their sort of informational pamphlet, warranty cards, and a membership to discounts and whatnot. But here, more specifically, here, the Pro knife. So as we take this here, nicely packaged and protected. Now this here, this is the 7-inch Santoku design. And just sliding this off here, there's a little bit of a tip protector, and ba-boom. Take a look at this raindrop Damascus pattern. Again, this is 67 layers, and this is in the Pro series of knives. So absolutely gorgeous finish here. And that Santoku design, another very useful kitchen cutlery shape. So depending on what you tend to like, again, you're going to have your option of more of like the chef knife style, and then again, the Santoku style. Both very useful, but different at the same time. Now, these are made of essentially a Japanese AUS 10V steel core. And then it ends up with 33 outer layers of stainless steel in the Damascus pattern. That's making up your 67 layers. Now again, this is the Damascus raindrop pattern. As you can see there, just beautifully done, really elegant. And I do tend to like a raindrop pattern in the first place, and that shows very well on this Santoku. On the edge, this is sharpened to 15 degrees per side, and they do report that it's using what they're calling a traditional 3-step, and I think it's Hanbazuke method. Now, I'm not at all familiar with that, and I'm probably butchering that name, but it is a traditional method to getting both sides to roughly about that 15 degrees. Now, the handle is a G10, and you'll notice it is a bolster design, and it is a full tang construction all the way through, just phenomenal. So the G10 is kind of pinned on. You can see it ends up with those pins. Nice little inlay, just really cool. And from a comfort perspective, very, very comfortable. This feels great in the hands, indexes extremely well, and this knife has a wonderful balance to it. Just perfectly weighted, perfectly balanced, and that's going to feel really good as you're getting down to your kitchen tasks. Now, the Santoku design, a little bit different from the chef's knife. It's going to be a little more general utility, vegetables, meats, different food prep, things like that. I actually do think I'm going to very much enjoy this shape in the kitchen. I think it's going to actually lend itself very well to good general kitchen tasks, and I really love the way this necks down so perfectly so that when you pinch, it is very comfortable to grip and allows you to index extremely well. So from a general design and aesthetic perspective, this is gorgeous. I love it. And so now, as we get the Pro Series Santoku into the kitchen for some good quality cooking use. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is I am absolutely by no means a master chef. I mean, at best, I'm a weekend warrior. But what I can definitely say is when I cook, and sometimes it's a chore, I definitely enjoy it much more when I have a really nice knife to use. I really do greatly enjoy it. You'll hear me say a lot of times that I use my survival wilderness blades in the kitchen. That is absolutely the case. But here today, having a nice, clean, and refined and extremely well-balanced actual kitchen knife in the kitchen, this is a treat. And you can see that this Santoku is doing a marvelous job. So incredibly sharp, so incredibly balanced, and just super refined on that cutting edge. Now, the fact that it is so nicely balanced makes it a very versatile kitchen knife. Here you can see actually getting the chef knife back into a little bit of use. Now, I want to make a little bit of an illustration here and drive home a point. Here, literally the point of the chef's knife, very easy and nimble for tasks that require a piercing. The actual tip of the Santoku is a little more broad. You can see in comparison here, definitely wider, not quite as precise, and that does leave it a little bit lacking when you're doing more of those piercing tasks or anything that needs a little bit of precision or that refinement. But at the same time, it is a well-balanced general kitchen knife and almost the perfect length. Here being closer to a 7-inch overall blade length, it is a nice balance, a perfect size, and gives you a good overall cutting edge for most tasks. Now, the actual handle shape is phenomenal. The way it necks down for a perfect pinch grip, the alternate grip, and just that comfort in the hand for long-term use, this is about as good as it gets. Perfectly balanced and a nice balance between the blade weight and the handle weight. So it does make it generally neutrally balanced, which is excellent for comfort and long-term use. But here as I continue to work through the peppers, now green peppers for me are funny. I find that a lot of times if you don't have the right knife, they will just literally snap. But here you can see cutting through the pepper with ease. No crunch, no snap, no breaking. It is literally just slicing so precisely right down and through, and you can see that fine cutting edge just doing the work, barely applying any pressure at all, doing a wonderful job slicing right through this Pro Series Santoku is awesome. Now, generally speaking, you'll see I do cut a number of different vegetables. Pretty straightforward, not a lot to it. Some softer things, some harder things, and just putting this to quality use. There's nothing, in my opinion, better than having a nice, balanced, and perfectly sharp knife in the kitchen and just enjoying my time. And you can see, fairly controlled. Now, I'm, again, not a chef. There's no, like, master chef about me. But I do always have to prepare food. And that's something that if you listen to more expert advice, and certainly knife enthusiasts, having a sharp knife is much safer than a dull knife. And this particular cutting edge, perfectly refined, perfectly honed, and the perfect edge geometry. Just working extremely well. So it is safe to use. It is comfortable to use. And between that nice sharp cutting edge and the balance, you have something that is going to perform with ease. So whether you're a master chef or just a weekend warrior like me, the Shan Zu Santoku, absolutely a wonderful choice. Now, a few last things to consider. The fact that this is stainless is going to work very well. Some knives, in carbon steel especially, can patina, and depending on what you're cutting. You'll hear a lot of people talk about meatina. Yeah, well, meatina is absolutely an absolute thing. All of my knives that are carbon steel have a solid patina from cutting meat. And in this particular case, you can see just cutting up some sausages, still part of the way through my cooking process. But even though this is fully lathered in all the meat, no problem, this will clean up with ease. It should not rust, it should not patina, and if you're careful and clean your knives, very, very straightforward and reasonably rust resistant, all things considered. So again, the Santoku from Shan Zu, this Pro Series Raindrop Damascus, absolutely gorgeous. What a nice knife. And so, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at the Pro Series 7-inch Santoku from Shan Zu. Beautifully done, absolutely gorgeous. I love this knife. What a great looking blade and a performer as well. All in all, just rounding out my kitchen cutlery set. Now, I do oftentimes use my survival wilderness blades. If you've been watching my channel, you've heard me say it. However, that doesn't always work. Sometimes you just need that beautiful refinement, that gorgeous kitchen knife. And whether or not you're going more with that chef style or the general purpose Santoku, either way, you're getting a gorgeous knife from Shan Zu. So again, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Shan Zu for providing this for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.